We're trying to learn how to position a cursor inside of text in a text widget. Well, we write an autofill widget that's based on the text widget instead of the entry like I've always done. I'm going to have to build it simply and test it somehow. This is Frederick Lund's documentation on tkinter. He's one of tkinter's authors. Most of this is very similar to what we were just looking at, which is John Shipman's version, but here it says something that makes me have a little hope. Insert, or insert, is a special mark that is used to represent the insertion cursor. We knew that. Tkinter draws the cursor at this mark's position. So that sounds to me like it will move the cursor. Alright, so I think it's worth a try. Okay, we're going to make a little file and then we'll save it. Hopefully figure out how to move insertion cursor within text widget. There it is. Set. This is used with the index method. Index is a general method of specifying a position in the content of a text widget. Well, it's a general. An index is something you put in as a parameter in a variety of methods. This is a good manual, but it's short on examples. One thing I know I'm going to have to do if I want to see that thing, insert. Let's put some text in there programmatically. That's where we start. We're going to insert. But we're still in search of the miraculous. I can't imagine such an extremely capable widget having no way of moving a cursor to where you want it. That's just inconceivable. There has to be a way to do this. Apparently you don't have to put the quotationables here, but it's more correct. It seems to be saying here that this is actually a mark, and that to create a mark, use the mark set method. He didn't say nothing about mark set here. Insert and current are marks. Refer to methods to see how to use marks. Page 88. Alright, speaking of mark set, it says this method may change the position of insert. Oh, I see. See, we've got to put the mark first and then the index. Let's give that a try. This is the mark and this is the index. And we'll see if this moves it to the very front. The next step to mock up our situation over there in the events table model where we're making an autofill, the next step is to not do this and to start typing. As we're typing, we want to keep track of where we were before the autofill happens and go back to that position +1. See, I'm starting to understand how this works. The autofill binds to probably a key press or a key release or both. Let's look up our bindings and see what they all are over in the autofill. There you go. Okay, key press and key release. One runs this. When you press down the key, you do this. Every time you press the key, something happens. Every time you release the key, then something happens here. We're going to do this on pressing down a key. Now we're going to bind to that method. Yeah, key press. Okay. 1.0. 1.1. 1.2. 1.3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now that's going to detect where the cursor's at. We want to detect where the cursor's at before stuff autofills in so that we can return to that position after the autofill stuff fills in and add one position. In case what autofills in is not what we wanted, we can just keep typing normally. I want to keep this as simple as possible. The reason we're checking for the length of the key sim is that all the letters and numbers have a single character length key sim. Seems to work. So if I type an H, I want to insert this word. If I type an M, I want to insert that word. That's a simple mock-up of an autofill. H, well, it's a start. M. So the point here is not to create another autofill. Kind of already know how to do that. The point is to learn how to move this insertion cursor. Say if I type an M and I fill something in, then I want to move the cursor back after the M. Then if I type an O and something fills in, I want to move the cursor back after the O. So the goal right here is to detect the position before the autofill happens. Watch over here and we'll find out. There's the H. Now the position before any autofill happened is 1.0. That's correct. That's right there. Okay, now we're starting here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want to see 1.8 print over here if I type another letter. There it is. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. If I type an H, 1.17. Okay, so this is getting the starting position. That's what we need because we need to go back to there, increment by 1. Okay, so maybe there's some progress. Insert, moving the insertion point. Make a string. Something like this maybe. String back position and see if it moves back +1. I changed it to blue and pink instead of heather and mountain. It worked. See it moved back? That's what we care about. It's going up by 2s for some reason. There is hope. Thanks for showing up. See you next time.